Hello, this is Chiak and we are playing Miasmata. So I remember hearing about this game from I think AdventureGamers.com because it's labeled as a survival/adventure game. So you already got something here for me is testing out, trying to learn the game. So this first set is, this is my Saturday weekend Let's Play. So basically it's just 2 videos that sprouts up on Saturday. The editing for this game is going to be very different than what I usually do, since I'm just going to have to play a bunch. There's a lot of opportunities for nothing to happen, from what I understand. So, in order to circumvent any boredom, I'm just going to have a lot of editing is going to have to take place. So I'm just going to play a bunch of times and see what fits in the video. So, I do believe that I completely lost track of what I was going to say. But this first set, okay, here we go. This first set's more going to be kind of somewhat of a beginner walkthrough kind of guide. And then from there, after that, it'll just be completely blind, somewhat blind, depending on the parts I've played up to. So let's just get this started. In a different place and time. Your name is Robert Hughes. You awake on the shores of a mysterious island. You have come to this island an exiled man, a traitor, and betrayed. You are suffering from a plague, a disease from which you soon will die. The island is home to a research outpost, a conclave of enlightened men searching for a cure. Discover the cure and survive. Okay, so that little opening scene was just little information on Robert Hughes. So the WASD to control, to move around, I should say. Left control is crouch, shift is to run, shift while pressing your WASD keys is to run. We use our mouse to move. I should also note that there is an option, where's the control keys to use. This says look up and down, and there's these numbers here. So I'm assuming instead of using the mouse, we could use the, let's check that. Can we use the number pad in order to look around? Alright, this is just inverted. Interesting. So yeah, if you want to for some reason change the, you can change the inverted view, one thing, but if you want to use your number key to look around rather than the mouse, there's that option. You just have to remember to change the certain things like interacting with objects. Like, say, we can pick this rock up, which is left mouse button, and if we click right mouse button, that we can get a look at our time and the compass. And so right now it is 8, it's almost coming to 9. So either way, let's get started here. So we have our journal entry. Your journal provides you with your health status, medicine inventory, and objectives. It also includes all of the notes you collect and research you perform on the island. Click on the tabs at the top of the journal to explore its various sections. A and D to navigate page by page. Right mouse button to zoom in. Let's close this topic. So as you can see, our health is okay, but our abilities such as strength, endurance, and perception is low. And that is our primary objective. That's the end game objective right there. So on this island, there is a creature that will hunt us down. To my understanding, once we complete primary objective, that creature goes away, which leaves the possibility that it is a delusion of our own making. Now, I don't know They say that running around will not cause the creature to activate, but I saw a different note on that as well, so I'm not quite sure if it will or will not. In the beginning of the game, nothing much will happen, but as you progress closer to the primary objective, the creature's spawn rate will increase, to my understanding. And there is a dead body up ahead. Let's get this note. Okay, a bloody memo about the cure. From Professor Douglas to Dr. Sanchez. Subject, plague cure. Dear Harlow, my tests have been successful. We have a cure. Begin immediate synthesis of tricortazine by combining the following agents. Agent X, primary antibiotic. Agent Y, antitoxin. And Agent Z, adjuvant. A single injection will safely eliminate all trace of plague growth within 4 to 12 hours. So primary, all these into cure. And for some reason blood here looks like weird gelatin jelly. That hand symbol's just for a rock. And we probably can't take this knife, but against the creature, no weapons work. You can't fight it. Your option is to evade. I would say run, but if you turn your... I've encountered the creature once when I was testing out the game. Yeah, turning your back and running, not the option to take, much like in real life. This is the laboratory. Laboratories allow you to research the plants and fungi you discover on the island. They also let you synthesize many of these specimens into life-saving medicines and tonics. So yeah, the first time I encountered the creature, I panicked and ran the other way. That said, I was also in a really bad place because I was along a shoreline in an open field, so I had nowhere to hide. And by the time I tried to figure out, usually you'll know the creature's coming because you hear a heartbeat. But either way, storage bins. Storage bins allow you to preserve up to 6 plant fungal specimens at a time. You'll be able to access these specimens from any other storage bins you encounter on the island. To use a storage bin, look at one of the 6 slots and press left mouse button. This will place a specimen in the slot and or take a specimen from it. You'll notice that you can only carry 3 specimens in your hand at a time. So storage bins are a great way to transport these important items. And those things are kind of all around the item. Let's look at a research station. Research stations allow you to discover any important medicinal characteristics a specimen may have. To use the research station, place your specimen on this tray using left LMB. If you have more than one item in your hand, you may need to press it multiple times to cycle to your desired specimen. Now look at the microscope and press LMB for a second time. The research will be performed and results will be documented into your journal. And just in case you forget how to do it, you have been away from the game a long time, they'll tell about it in here with nice little pictures this time. There's that. I'll worry about that later. The synthesis station, which is what we have here. So synthesis stations allow you to create medicines and tonics from specimens you discover on the island. To use a synthesis station, place a specimen on at least one tray using LMB. Then look at the distillation rig and press LMB again to attempt synthesis. If the synthesis of a medicine was successful, the item will materialize on the yield tray. You'll find that some medicines can be created from a single specimen, while others are created with 2. So, fun fact, you cannot... Well, actually, we'll do it later. We're going to be doing it later, in a minute here. Okay, medicines can be developed from many of the plants and fungi that are found on the island. Some medicines can be created. It's basically 2 places, then the yield tray. And then all of our light burners... Oh, wait. Yeah, you're being watched. The creature that is supposed to be watching us. Possibly a paranoid delusion. Right, so we saved there. So what we're about to do next is... I'll walk you through some plant. So there are 3 things in this area altogether. Oh, damn it. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so that's a white-pink viola. I unfortunately start rocking when I press my tab, open my journal. Let's grab this one here. Oh, and fresh water. Okay, either way, fresh water. So because we are currently sickened with the plague, we dehydrate pretty quickly. So a method that I've taken to doing is anytime I'm near water source, there is that, such as any sort of freshwater plants, large lupinous genus, white and pink in color. So any puddles, the water on this side is seawater, so you can't drink that obviously. But but you can drink swamp water, interesting enough. So anything from the jugs and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and then there's that. You can slip and fall. You won't die, or at least I haven't found a height tall enough to kill me. But, so for example, like this water is okay to drink. So we got also this stuff here. Gotta crouch to get it. And the red-green tree fungus. This is a plate-type tree fungus in the Ganoderma genus. It has a wood-like texture. It has a stratified green coloration with red streaks. Okay, so right away off the bat, we're going to get started. I'm running in the wrong direction. We are going to get started on synthesizing some medicinal herbs for us. Yeah, so and anytime you drink from any of the puddles, it does fill up your canteen, as well as using this, which I will just show right now. Okay, so either way, here we go. We have our examination table. Okay, so the white-pink viola, I use liquid extraction to isolate the essential oils from the petals of the flower. My tests indicate that these oils may have a mild medicinal value. I should be able to synthesize this flower into basic medicine. Great, so we have the possibility of medicine. But there's more. Okay, I tested the active oils from this flower's petals upon using a distillation process and separating impurities. While these oils have no intrinsic value, my tests indicate they will act as enhancers to the efficacy of other medicinal biochemical agents. My conclusion, if I combine this with a basic medicinal plant during synthesis, I should be able to create an extra strength medicine. So clearly we're going to be combining these two flowers first off right off the bat. There is more than one type of plant and fungus that can act as basic medicinal plants, so you don't need to keep farming, so to speak, these pink ones that I have in my hand. So let's take a look at the fungus here, our wood-like fungus. Alright, so let's see, the red-green tree fungus. I use solvent extraction to isolate the active compounds of the fungus. My tests indicate these active components may have some stimulant benefit. Specifically, the active components appear to temporarily yet dramatically boost the adrenal gland's production of epinephrine. This fungus can be synthesized into energy stimulant. Okay, so let's grab that. We're gonna start making stuff here. So, our medicinal herb plants with the strengthener. Okay, extra strength medicine. So, extra strength medicine reduces fever for a longer duration. You basically get fever anytime you become, if you become injured. So, if I were to take a long tumble down a hill, I would suddenly contract a fever because I'm injured and all that. And then when we press tab, we suddenly got our medicinal pouch, or it's more of a tin can. And you can only make these things one at a time. Unfortunately, you can't make a bunch and then store it and carry along with you. So make it once and that's it, because otherwise if you make another one, it's just a waste of time. And a waste of flowers. So we're making the energy stimulant, which is the green flower. Okay, energy stimulant. So, the energy stimulant provides a temporary boost to your endurance, while in effect you will be able to sprint further before reaching exhaustion. And again, that would be in the pouch. I'm going to quickly save this here. And another thing to note, so as you can see, our health so far is okay. It'll tell us if we have fever, if we're thirsty and stuff. But then we also have the abilities of strength, endurance, and perception. So perception is pretty important in terms of the creature. There are mental clarity type stuff where if the creature is nearby, some sort of symbol, it'll help us in terms of detecting where the creature is, and which will help in terms of avoiding it. The endurance, strength, everything's low right now. So for example, they say you can escape the creature by going into the water. The problem is, if you don't have enough strength, right now our strength is pretty low. So if we don't have enough strength, we'll drown. And so this is what I'm going to do. I saved. So I'm going to go into the water and I'm going to drown myself because there is also steam. Oh, you're drowning. You're starting to drown. Your strength is currently poor and you cannot swim. Okay, let's just disable that topic. I wonder if you can swim across. I'm just curious. I said I was going to let myself drown, but I want to see if I can make it across. I didn't. Okay, let's get going. So yes, I purposely let myself drown because there is a steam... Well, somewhat purposely, because I did try to see if I can make it across. I could not. So I noticed that I was... There's certain animations, so when you take a tumble and fall, you get the animations there to... But I heard that... I read somewhere, that if you just click more than once, your left mouse button... Oh, there's a bunny! Hey bunny, we don't have to forage for food in this game. So you can just admire the bunny. I also heard another thing where if there's no animals around, it's because the creature's nearby. So if you see a lot of animals running in one direction, you better get going. Okay, so we're gonna go up ahead. We're gonna... Okay. Yeah, save your game by lighting candles, lanterns, campfires, and urns. And urns, I believe, are outside items. But it looks like we got something here. So that is the map of Outpost Draco. So we are currently... This is the laboratory we were at. So I think we are currently here. So if I were to... M is to bring out the map. So with your map and compass in hand, you can determine your location by using triangulation. To do this, click on 2 known landmarks. A landmark can be a statue or structure of some kind. It is considered known if it is already represented on your map. Your crosshair will turn into a triangle if the landmark you're looking at is known. Additionally, your location will automatically be revealed when you're standing next to a known landmark. So, clicking my right mouse button, so we are here, and then there's something up there, which I believe is what we're heading to. I believe so, if I'm reading this correctly. Oops. Okay, we're just gonna run. Again, don't know if running actually attracts the creature. I heard no and I heard yes. I read no and I read yes. That bunny or whatever scared me, I thought. The squirrel. Alright, so here is our cartography table. Cartography tables provide instructions for triangulating your location. These are all over the map, but basically when you use one, you don't have to use it again. So, document on mapping in cartography. So take out your map and compass, observe your surroundings, look for man-made landmarks such as statues, buildings, ruins, etc. If a landmark is also represented by an icon on your map, it is considered known. In the diagram above, landmarks AC are known, whereas landmark B is not. Draw straight lines to known landmarks by pressing activate, while observing each one. The intersection of these two sight lines represent your precise location. And we have this. Okay, so I don't think I've used this of how to reveal locations of unknown landmarks. So, use triangulation to pinpoint your location on a map as described in mapping documents. Look around you, try to sight landmarks that are not currently represented as icons on your map, unknown landmarks. Draw sight lines to these unknown landmarks by pressing activate as you observe them. Stow your map and compass and walk to a new vantage point. Now repeat step 1 and 3. When you have drawn 2 distinct sight lines to a given unknown location, its location will be revealed by the intersection of 2 sight lines. It will therefore become known. So I've not tried that at all, which is something to look at. We're already at a known location, so there's no point in me doing that. Well, for example's sakes, let's just do that. Alright, so bring out your map, press M. So that triangle means it's a known location. And well, let's go someplace. And that means we are right there. You see our thing just widens just that little bit to reveal. Okay, we are actually supposed to head that way. Oops, scared some bird. And as you can grab, no, we don't need to grab the, find, learn H to learn. Sticks can be used to construct makeshift torches, which will help you see at night. You can also swing and throw torches to protect yourself from aggressors. Press L and B quickly will swing your torch. You can throw your torch by holding L and B for several seconds and then releasing. Rocks and many other items can also be used for defense. Now, frankly speaking, I do not like being out at night. The main problem is that, yes, even if you don't have you bring out a little lighter. Rigid bracket fungus is the gray shell fungus, which I think looks a little blue. Sorry, what was I saying? Oh yeah, traveling at night. So right now, what time is it right now? Actually, it is 3 p.m. So we're okay on time at the moment. But yeah, I do not like traveling around at night. It's dark. You first if you don't have your sticks and torches, you have the little lighter, which really isn't much. If you got... Can we grab something here? Okay, I'm just gonna grab this. I already know the results of this one, but sunflower variant, but I'm gonna pick it up anyway. Sorry, I'm just gonna see if I can try to find a stick I can grab. Is that a stick I can grab? I can see sticks here, but you won't let me grab them. Okay, I'm not gonna wander off. If you start running a bit too fast for your liking, just press the S button to get yourself to slow down just that tiny bit. Because you don't want to lose control, otherwise you fall, then you're going to have to use your medicine. Oh, here you go. So, grabbing a stick. I grabbed a rock. Oh yeah, if you want to throw, just click your left mouse button. Unfortunately, these flowers are in the way. Aim and fire. And there you go. You got your makeshift torch, which gives off a lot more light. And it can also distract the creature. Problem is, the minute you try to you press tab to look at your journal, or more specifically, what you need, your map, you can't see it. You put your torch down, and it is dark as hell. So I prefer not to be caught out at night. It's happened a few times. You can just sleep the night away in the beds that you've seen. Some of these lodges have beds, or some of the tents have beds. But use those to sleep the night away, you should be fine. I'm gonna save right now. Oh, we got also a map of a swamp trail. So we are here, that circle is us. This is another camp, which I'm not going to be doing. So I'm going to use this opportunity. So if I bring up the map right now, that little location over there is unknown, so you see that question mark. I'm going to see if find a way to make that a known location. Because that's gonna help. So he says, what do you mean by activate? That part I never understood. Because they were supposed to be able to go to find 2 vantage points. It's going to rain soon. I can see the dark clouds coming in. To find 2 vantage points and then... But it doesn't... I don't know. I don't think there's actually... Either I'm reading the thing wrong. Actually, what am I doing? Let's look at our notes right now. This one. Try to cite landmarks that are not currently represented as icons in your map. Draw sight lines to these unknown landmarks by pressing activate as you observe them. Yeah, It won't actually let us interact with it. So I'm just gonna avoid that at the moment. But I think with that, this little tutorial part of the game ends here. I think I've said all I needed to say. What next I'm going to do, I know there's an area up ahead where something very, very good to my survival in terms of the creature. Because there are... So as you can see, these are like the energy stimulant is a temporary stimulant. And the extra strength medicine... Well, okay, that's more had to do with the fever. But then there's energy stimulants, there's perception ones, there's ones for strength. But they're all temporary. But there are 3 things that give you a permanent... They look like needles when you do the finished product. But they'll give you a permanent boost. And I know where the one for perception is, so that's going to be next step. Actually, let's just head to... Let's just make our way to that little cottage right there. Something I like to do is travel along the shoreline. Because in my head, there's less creature spawns that way. Because I understand there's more like creature hotspots when they spawn. That said, when I did the first time, the first and only time so far that I've ever encountered a creature was during along the shoreline, but it was a pretty big... Actually, it may have been, was it this space right here? Yeah, it was this space right here where the creature came about, and so my energy was low, I had nowhere to run. And there was really nothing for me to hide behind. I would just have to keep backing up, probably up to that way, which is where I should be going right now. But yeah, the creature doesn't roam, it actually just spawns and despawns. To my understanding, if it disappears, it disappears. Okay, let's get a drink of water. Just double click to exit that animation. So we're going to use our examination tray. Just get this stuff over with. Okay, and this will give us a mental stimulant. And then the observation is this, is that is of nothing of use. So I'm just going to leave that there. And we're going to put this right here. I know there's also apparently a Steam achievement for throwing rotten apples or bananas at the creature if you encounter them. A rock is probably better in terms of distracting. What time is it right now? Yes, but either way, I'm going to end set here. So thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribe. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. Thank you for commenting if you commented. And thank you for simply clicking on this video. And until next time, guys, see ya!